Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video we will be looking at AQA Alevel Psychology 2024 Paper 1 Exemplar Answers for Memory, which you need to know for AQA Alevel Psychology. I hope you enjoy this video and find it helpful. Let's get started. Please note that these answers have been produced with knowledge of the mark scheme but have not been approved by the mark scheme themselves. There are 3 assessment objectives, AOs, in psychology. In this video they are color-coded. AO1 Knowledge, purple. AO2 Application, blue. AO3 Evaluation, red and green. A researcher wanted to test if there is a relationship between the passage of time and recall of nonsense words. They gave 30 participants 40 nonsense words to learn, then tested recall at fixed intervals over several weeks. The nonsense words were standardized to ensure they were of similar difficulty and length. When writing up the investigation, the researcher represented their data on a scattergram. Question 1. Briefly explain how the use of inferential statistics would improve this investigation. 3 marks. Inferential statistics would improve this investigation, as it would allow the researcher to determine whether a significant difference or relationship between the passage of time and recall of nonsense words exists or whether it has occurred by chance and whether a hypothesis should be accepted or rejected. This analysis would provide insight into whether the findings are generalizable to a larger population or if they occurred by random variation. Question 2. Suggest an appropriate statistical test to improve this investigation. With reference to the study, outline 2 reasons for your choice of test. 5 marks. The test that should be used is Pearson's R because the investigation is a correlation, as the researcher is looking for a relationship, and the level of measurement is interval, as it can be assumed that the fixed intervals over several weeks were of equal and precisely defined size. Question 3. 2 types of long-term memory are semantic and episodic. Outline 2 ways in which episodic memories are different from semantic memories. 4 marks. Episodic memories are time-stamped and linked to an event, whereas semantic memories are not time-stamped or linked to an event. Episodic memories are associated with the prefrontal cortex, linked to the initial coding of episodic memories, and the neocortex, linked to the consolidation and storage of episodic memories, whereas semantic memories are associated with the frontal and temporal lobes, with some psychologists arguing that the hippocampus is involved. Question 4. Briefly describe retrieval failure as an explanation of forgetting. Outline 1 limitation of this explanation. 4 marks. Retrieval failure, cue-dependent forgetting, suggests that forgetting occurs because information is available in LTM but not accessible due to insufficient and the absence of appropriate cues, clues, prompts and triggers. A limitation of retrieval failure as an explanation of forgetting is that the research used to support the explanation lacks ecological validity. Many studies investigating retrieval failure often use artificial tasks, such as word lists, which do not reflect real-life situations where memory retrieval occurs. In everyday life, memory is influenced by a variety of contextual factors, emotions, and social interactions that are not captured in controlled laboratory settings. This is a limitation because it suggests that the findings from research on retrieval failure may not generalize or accurately represent how memory functions in real-life situations. 2 police officers are discussing the testimony of an eyewitness. The eyewitness had described a robbery she had seen. At first, the witness said she was convinced the suspect was wearing glasses and had a limp, explained one of the officers, but later she said she may have just been repeating what she'd heard from other witnesses. "I'm not sure we're going to be able to use her statement," replied the other officer. Question 5. Discuss the effect of post-event discussion on the accuracy of eyewitness testimony. Refer to the information above in your answer. 8 marks. Post-event discussion occurs when there is more than one witness to an event. Witnesses may discuss what they have seen with their co-witnesses or with other people. This influences the accuracy of each witness's recall of the event, as information, which may be misleading, is added to a memory after the event occurs, reducing the accuracy of the witness's recall. This can result in memory conformity, where individuals' memories become similar to those of others after discussing an event. This can lead to the incorporation of incorrect details into one's own memory, false memory, where a person recalls something that did not happen or recalls it differently from the way it actually happened. Reconstruction, the process by which memories are pieced together from various sources of information. Rather than being a perfect playback of events, our memories are reconstructed using fragments of actual events, combined with our own interpretations, emotions, and external influences. Confabulation, the creation of false memories without the intention to deceive. Individuals who confabulate may fill in gaps in their memory with fabricated details, believing them to be true. This often occurs unconsciously and can be a result of various neurological conditions or brain injuries. It appears that the woman's account may have been affected by post-event discussion, as other witnesses may have influenced her statement and response to the police officer. Because of this, her statement is likely to be classified as unreliable, e.g., "I'm not sure we're going to be able to use her statement." Gabbert et al., 2003, conducted a study that explored the phenomenon of memory conformity, where individuals' memories can be influenced by the memories of others. 60 students from the University of Aberdeen and 60 elderly adults recruited from a local community watched a clip of a girl stealing money from a wallet. The participants were either tested individually, control group, or in pairs, co-witness group. The participants in the co-witness group were told that they had watched the same video, however they had in fact seen different perspectives of the same crime and only one person had actually witnessed the girl stealing. Participants in the co-witness group discussed the crime together. All of the participants then completed a questionnaire, testing their memory of the event. They found that 71% of participants who had discussed the event with their partner reported details they had not actually seen but had learned from their partner, indicating that their memories were influenced by the discussion. 60% of participants claimed she was guilty despite not actually witnessing her commit the crime. They concluded that co-witness discussion can lead to memory conformity, where individuals incorporate incorrect information from others into their own memories. They also concluded that repeat interviewing, each time an eyewitness is interviewed, can increase the chance that the comments from the interviewer will become incorporated into their recollection of events. A limitation of Gabbert et al.'s study is that it lacks ecological validity. This means that the findings may not be applicable to real-world situations, as the study was conducted in a controlled laboratory environment. In such settings, participants may behave differently than they would in natural circumstances. For example, the stress and emotional factors present during actual witnessing of an event are absent in a lab. Additionally, the artificial nature of the tasks may not accurately represent how people interact and discuss events in everyday life. The dynamics of post-event discussion, including the influence of relationships, social cues, and the context of the situation, are more complex in real-world scenarios. This is a limitation because it suggests that the results may not be representative of how memory functions in everyday life, particularly in high-stakes situations like legal proceedings. When eyewitnesses recall events under stress or emotional duress, their memories might be influenced by various factors that a controlled study cannot replicate. Thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more content like this. Bye.